Balance, balance, balance. All right. How you guys doing? R Banaka here. Should I have my camera on or off? Yeah, it's a bit dark right now. You guys won't be able to see my face anyway, so I might as well leave it off. Anyways, what's cracking? What's going on, Stephen Rose? John Horst. How you guys doing? Hold on a second. Find what? Find enough COVID at the same time. Oh, sure. You got COVID, bruv? Well, I hope you're all right, man. Oh, it's like what you call it, the the survival rate is pretty high. So it's like what 99%. So the likelihood of you beating it, it's you have a really good chance. So you'll be all right. If not, there's a say, right? Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. I'm just messing with you, man. I hope you feel better, bro. I hope you do. Anyways, John, what's going on, bro? How you doing, bro? You doing good? I got a mild form of it. Could be worse. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm going to Poland next month, and then I had to call their airline and find out what is necessary for me to do and stuff. Um, well, at the moment, I don't need to take the shot. All I got to do is take a test 72 hours prior. So, but with this whole mandate that you got from Joe, so it's yeah, you never know what might happen. But if they cancel it, I'll just get my money back. But yeah, so did you guys chilling sleep after stream? Hey man, that's good. That's good. So did you guys see the video that I posted earlier about Tasha K and the lead attorney and stuff? All right, but anyway, so to start it off, I was in the lead attorney's show. Was when was it? Like few days back. I don't remember exactly when. So I was at the lead attorney show, and then and I said something that was actually quite interesting because I wasn't really thinking about it coming true. But you know what? Let me play the clip real quick so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. Let's share the screen real quick. All right. So it's like a small snippet, and I'm gonna play what's been going on afterward.
Let's get some femininity up here because I think Free R. Kelly is gonna we're gonna need some balance. Free R. Kelly's gonna come with some heat. All right, we got Art and Naka. Is that how you say that? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yep, you said it right again, man. Second time here.
All right, perfect, perfect. Yes, yes, I remember you. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? How's everything?
Excellent. Hanging in there. Hanging in there. What do you think about this Tasha K?
Shout out to the lead attorney, by the way. I think his platform's pretty cool. He's very entertaining, and he's also very informative. So you get like a balance of both. Like so you get your entertainment, and as well like you come up with, after the show, you learning a whole lot of stuff afterward. So the shout out to him. If you guys haven't subscribed to his channel yet, go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He's very laid back. He's pretty cool, and he also don't take no crap from anybody. So
Situation. Do you know anything about Tasha K, or have you heard of her before? Is this your first time?
Yeah, no, I mean I do follow Tasha K. I mean, she's a bit what you call it, like her energy is very, I would say, she's all over the place sometimes. Like her energy is pretty awesome. I consume her as more of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as her style, I think I prefer Lovely T better as far as her style and stuff like that.
Lovely but overall, T. Okay, that's another. Lovely T is another vlogger.
Yeah, but Lovely T, she's like another vlogger, spreading that tea or something like that, right? It's like celebrity gossip stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, what do you think about this situation with her involved with this worker, this official at the prison, and them getting all this information? What do you think about that?
Yeah. Well, there's like the angle that I'm looking at is journalism, right? Mm-hmm. Because we as consumers of information, we tend to leave the mainstream behind because they don't provide us with the information that we're looking for. They're more interested in actually spreading propaganda instead of actually giving us the information that we're looking for. So then a person like like Tasha K or Lovely T and stuff like that, they are now competing with the mainstream people, and they have to now do things that are a little bit more daring versus what the mainstream media would actually do. They would actually simply go back. Yo, what is homeboy eating in the background, man? He's like chewing on some food, probably some good Haitian food or whatever the case, or whatever the hell he's eating and stuff. The information that is like spoon fed to them just to continue create a certain narrative and whatnot. Um, but there's also the side to it is it can be dangerous as well. Because I remember when I lived in the UK, and then there was this girl that was killed, but at the time she was just missing. So then the tabloid journalists, they actually hacked into her phone just to actually read the text messages and stuff like that. So then the investigation that was going on, that kind of gave the parents and the police the false hope that she was still alive because of their action. Yeah. So now, messy. As journalists, yeah, exactly. So now, as journalists, because I consider Tasha K, she's now doing the job of investigating journalism. So then, as journalists, where is the line? Where is the line of privacy? Privacy, because at some point, privacy is great when it benefits you, but when it comes to actually try to get people's information and stuff like that, then you don't really care about it. And Tasha K have to watch out now because she's now a public figure. What? Hey, what's going on, Thomas? Knowledge is power. Craig, how you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm gonna be dropping the link in a few minutes, but I'm just doing a little bit of recap, so you know what I'm talking about. What if happened? Let's say her husband have an affair or something like that, or tragedy at her house. So then, therefore, she's gonna wish to have that privacy, where people are gonna keep digging through her stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. When you put yourself out as telling the news about other people's lives, a lot of times it can come back on you. I mean, that happened with like Wendy Williams a few times, right? Where she was putting all her people's stuff out, and then wasn't her husband wilding out or something like that? So, then you're like, oh, respect my privacy. Everybody's like, oh, what? So I think you're exactly right, Art. Thank you so much for coming up. All right. So that was the stream that I had with the lead attorney, right? And then afterward, it didn't take long. It did not take long for Tasha K to come back, guns blazing and stuff, and just going in on the lead attorney. Well, it's been after the 2 minute mark, so then therefore I don't think YouTube's gonna be bugging me that much. So then therefore I can finally be able to play her clip now real quick. So let's check it out. So this is the response Tasha K had for the lead attorney. So you guys check it out real quick.
Oh, see, it'll be right before I get ready for a show. This is me. Okay. Um, Let me just get right to it because I ain't got but 30 minutes to drag real quick, okay? And I'm about to do some real dragging. Cause I'm on a nigga head. I'm on a nigga head. I'm on a nigga head. I don't know how I would feel if I did everything right in school. Went to undergrad, got a law degree, and I'm reduced down to gossiping. I'm gonna do my hand like this because this shit here, this shit here, I ain't explaining. I ain't explaining the motherfucking thing. I'm just about to drag a bitch real quick. I'm about to let y'all know who y'all dealing with. You understand? This is why motherfuckers don't like me.
Well, this is the funny thing that I don't get, right? Why is it at the sight of any type of criticism, the response has to be like automatically have to drag, you have to be so negative and stuff like that, right? I mean, right now she started off pretty cool, but if let's fast forward it for a little bit because we don't have time for all that, and then to see what she's been, she was saying towards this dude.
To white women, I really hope that you are ready for what this comes with, because I noticed you specifically did not put out your name. You never told your viewers about your law firm. Why is that? Think about it. Why would an attorney, a gossiping attorney, a magician attorney, always waving his hands like this in the live? Why? Why would a gossiping attorney who has supposedly been in this field for over 20 years, why would you be reduced down to speculation and you have access? Supposedly, you're supposed to have access. Talking with a white bitch. Boy, let me tell you about a black woman that rejected your stiff, hip ass in high school. And that's the reason why you pillow talking with a white bitch. Boy, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I think I'm about to drag you worse than I dragged Jason Peace.
See, all right. So with that logic, right? So with that logic, wouldn't also be applying to her in a sense where African American men did not want her, so then therefore she had to get with an African? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's like African culture and African American culture is two different type of culture. So then she's still dating outside of her culture. And it's like, and what the hell does that have to do with the topic at hand? And it's like to kind of create this whole racial narrative or ad hominem and stuff like that. That was just a waste of time.
And it's the black women that are supporting a man that wouldn't even spit on your pussy for me. He wants to spit on Karen's pussy because he was forced to, because you bitches wouldn't give him no pussy. That's why he on YouTube waving his motherfucking hand, speculating and gossiping about a bitch that was in the 9th grade for 3 motherfucking years, and I make more money than you in 2 fucking days' time, and you got a law degree with student loans. You dumb, stiff hip, pillow talking, Becky loving bitch. And then you get on YouTube and you lie. You have access, or supposedly. Let me stop because you say.
All right. So I'm gonna drop the link here real quick and stuff like that. I know knowledge is power. Thomas want to come in, so yeah, she's in an intercultural relationship. You know, she's married to an African, and she sometimes talk a lot of smack about African American men and stuff like that, right? And then, which I mean, it is what it is, but it's like to use the same type of narrative now to try to use this as a crutch of your argument to say that whatever the lead attorney was saying is invalid because the assumption of him messing around with white women. And it's like, okay. Like, what the hell does that have to do with anything that he was talking about? Right? If it's like if he was making the argument that it's like okay, black women are queen, black women are this, black women are that, and then find out that he was he's messing around with like white girls and stuff, then yeah, I can understand you could point out that level of hypocrisy, but that had nothing to do with what he was talking about. But first, let me start off with my perspective when it comes to Tasha K, right? Um, I think she's a great entertainer. I think she's a great YouTuber. Her type of content is very entertaining as far as trying to find out as far as trying to find out what's going on in this whole celebrity world and stuff like that, right? So in that sense, I like her about that. What some of my criticism tend to stems from the way that she actually her energy, right? Her energy seems very ratchet at time, but I do understand that maybe that is the archetype that she's portraying and on YouTube, right? So then therefore, because she's very intelligent. She's a very intelligent woman, and I have seen her in interview where she was like a completely different type of person when she was having an interview with, like, let's say Kwame Brown or other people and stuff like that, and she's more reasonable. So I can understand that she's just portraying an archetype when it comes to that. What up? What up, Thomas? What's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So yeah,
That's
so like
good.
eh, like I was saying. So then now
Mm,
the thing that I have, I can, like, the criticism that I have now
mm,
is the character that she's portraying on YouTube tend to actually bleed into her real life and stuff like that, to the point now she can't differentiate between the two sometimes. What up, Diamond
mm,
Princess? All right, so go ahead,
mm.
Thomas. You got the floor. What do you think about this whole situation?
Oh, I think well, all right. One thing I'd like to say this right off. I left a comment in your channel. I think a lot of people a lot of successful YouTubers are haughty. You know,
Hmm.
they really look down on others and judge people according to the amount of subscribers they have or their views, and they yeah, I've been disappointed by a few people on YouTube. There's a few guys I actually really respected. Had, they're great content, and they were very encouraging.
Yep.
But I left a couple of comments, and okay, I'll put it this way: one channel, one gentleman, he was being corrected, um, and then another channel, I had left a message because this information was off on this particular channel. Okay. But anyway, the reaction on both channels was just a real haughty, um, yeah. This one guy, he was telling me how, how much he went to school and everything. And,
Yep, flaunting their
but
degree and stuff like that.
right. It's like, okay, so he was basically trying to make me feel like nothing, but it was like, well, even though you got all that, it's, you're wrong, you know, and
Yep.
coming from a Christian standpoint, like the Pharisees and the Jesus and the apostles, they didn't even go to schools and stuff. You know, they were noted because of they how all the knowledge that they had versus the scribes and the Pharisees. But anyway, I just want to throw that in there.
Yep.
Just to say this, a lot of people are haughty. With her, I think the lead attorney, he was respectful. He didn't really say anything bad about her. He was very balanced. And then her response was
Off the wall.
right. It was off the wall. It didn't even address what he said. It was just like tearing him down. I think I didn't think she. I don't think she dragged him. I think she drug herself. You know.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to her before you came on. I was trying to finish up listening to her apology. In my opinion, she explains herself too much. I don't know. She just didn't seem. Well, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I think if you're going to apologize to someone, just say, hey, I was wrong. I was, I did such and such. But if a person goes in the way she did, it was so really orchestrated, and I think sometimes you could tell what a person means what they say. You
Yeah.
know, the way it was drawn out, skillfully done, and then the apology. I didn't finish listening to it, but that seemed to she was like she was explaining herself too much, and where you explaining yourself out of it, you know,
Hmm.
where it's like we're not dumb, She okay. This is what I think too. A lot of people. You have these YouTubers who are very intelligent. Okay, like Tasha K. You have other people. I don't really want to run a name. All right, they're more intelligent than the average person, and so they're
Yep.
able to get away with things because and they believe they're getting away with a lot of things because they have so many people following them blindly. But then you have other people who see right through them,
Yep.
you know.
Exactly.
And so because they have such this great following, they feel like they're gods or something or celebrities, and so they believe that they're able to get away with more than other people. But and then their character really comes out, and it really it's ugly a lot of times.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. It's like this whole God complex,
Hmm.
and think that, and that's it's like, oh, there's a say, right? If you really want to know someone's true intention, give them power,
Right,
right?
right. Hmm.
Because everybody can actually claim what they would do if they had power because they don't have power, right?
Right, right.
That's why you have like sometimes when you have like poor people, and then once they get in a situation where they get money or they actually get into government and so on and so forth, and they
Hmm.
become much more corrupt than the people that they were criticized when they weren't not in power.
Hmm. That's true. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for a certain amount of people, then you could have people that actually have compassion for people, and when you get to a certain status, you want to use your money to help others, that's less fortunate.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
either that, or you're just going to look down on other people, and you can see this a lot from different YouTubers. I've observed it. It's really amazing because some of the people I thought were really, you see their persona when they're doing their content, but then
Yeah,
when something like this happens, and then like Fresh and Fit, remember that rant that they went on about Abba and Preach?
yeah.
It's like,
I'm
man,
better. Like,
right,
whoa.
exactly. So they that demonstrated what a lot of YouTubers actually think,
Yeah,
and then Tasha K too did the same exact thing. So you see, you know.
yeah. But see, I want to actually now address a different angle when it comes to this whole Tasha K stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think with the rent that she went through, do you think
Mm-hmm.
she's actually just reinforcing the negative stereotype of black women, which we've been complaining about and blaming white people for doing to us or doing to black
Mm.
women?
Uh, Let me see. All right. See, I see this kind of differently. I hate when people bring up race so much, but okay, but stereotypical. Okay, this is what I feel.
Yep,
Um, there's a lot of like hood chicks of different
yep,
races because I've observed them all my life. All right, but
yep,
you have okay, you have black women. Okay, since we're gonna concentrate on black women who act hood. Okay, but they're not the only ones who act like that.
yeah,
Well, yeah, her rant and the way she speaks, yeah, just reinforces that image. Yes, for those women who are like that, but there's a lot of women who aren't like that, and I think a lot
mhm.
of guys, um, I don't know, I think there's a lot of guys who are attracted to that. You know.
Yes. I mean that is true. But my point is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like um the whole stereotype, right? I think there's two main way that stereotype becomes a reality.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when it is in your face all the time, when it's portrayed as something that's constant, that is current.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So let's say on TV and
Mm-hmm.
or on the internet and so on and so forth. So
Right.
then so it kind of appears that's like, okay, well, if that's all the image that I see, then
Okay.
that's how these folks operate. That is
Okay.
one
Yeah.
aspect of the
Right.
stereotype.
Right.
That is one aspect of the thing. And then the
Mm-hmm.
second aspect is when people that don't behave that way, they remain silent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
But yeah.
because most black girls don't act that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
not that. She's really intense.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but I also see it as well too, like when it comes to behavior, right? When it comes to image, image
Mm-hmm.
play a whole image is very important to how others perceive not just us but the people our loved ones. Like for
Right.
instance, with that type of behavior, then that somehow is a bit of an embarrassment to say her husband or her
Mm-hmm.
husband's family and stuff like that. So then now imagine, let's say that you have an issue with your let's say with your mother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
and then or let's say your wife have an issue with the mother-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
and then now she's seeing those type of behavior, though the type of level of ratchetness and whatnot. That's not gonna help her case, and especially if the mother-in-law didn't like her to begin with and stuff like that. So that might put pressure on the son to be like, well, you know what? I can't believe you married that type of chick. She doesn't have no class, blah blah blah, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's,
But
mhm.
no, no, I was asking you like, what's your perspective on that?
Oh, what was kind of the question you said if she would my Well, okay. Well, she knows. I put it this way: she knows how to act. I guess because she can be classy,
Yeah.
or uh, but I think what's more natural to her maybe was which way she presents herself. Because I mean, I clicked on her show a long time ago, but I can't really watch it because she's too, I don't know, loud. Sounds like she's yelling all the time. It's like, why are you yelling? So I can't really listen to her, but she is talented. But I
Yeah,
just don't
she's
like that.
definitely talented.
Yeah, she's
You're
just
right.
too intense. It feels like somebody just constantly yelling at me, you know. And I'm a MGTOW. I left all of that hostility. Yeah, that's what it sounds. That's what it's like to me. It's like hostile. It's like nah, no, no, thank you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but no, you're right though. Like some people actually do enjoy that type of energy though. You know?
Well, yeah,
I mean,
well, I'm
you
not
don't
one
get
of them.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, you don't get like up to 1 million followers or close to 1 million followers if there wasn't something about you, like, as far as entertainment value.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, see, that's the thing. See, what you have on the internet a lot. You have a lot of content, in my opinion, that's not. I don't know. It's just entertainment. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Just like Fresh and Fit. All right, Fresh and Fit. I think they're. Well, we're not really talking about them, so. But I'll just say it real quick. I think it's not. In general, what they're selling is counterproductive, but it's entertaining. Just like a
Yeah.
lot of people go to churches, they don't really go for God's word. They go for the entertainment, and that's what a lot of these churches are designed to sell them is that entertainment. Come on, you're going to be entertained. You know. So this is what yeah, she's entertaining. There's no doubt about that. You know.
Oh yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I mean, I thought it was very interesting. And yes, to the audience out there, she did apologize. She did apologize to the lead attorney and stuff.
What
And
did she say?
actually had well, she talked about her frustration, why she was upset,
Mm-hmm.
because she felt like the lead attorney was just going by assumption
Mm-hmm.
instead of just on facts and stuff like that, which I can understand her perspective on that sense. But if she had approached it like this from the start,
Mm-hmm.
it probably would have been a lot better as far as what you call it, optic, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But then
Mm-hmm.
again, we probably wouldn't be talking about it today. So I guess the drama in a way is like watching a bad car crash. We can't look away.
When you watch her apology, I didn't finish watching it. What it was her words pretty much.
Well, I mean, I can play it for you guys because that was like one of the things I was gonna play anyway. So that's something that we could definitely check out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Tasha K apologize. Let's check it out real quick. All right.
So she ain't been over here in like 2 weeks, and the house is fucking trash.
Anyway.
Difficult to process is
This show.
how people um view me. Right. I got in this to do. Let me turn on the light so y'all can see me. Yesterday I was looking like goddamn Darth Vader with the fucking warped camera. I was like, why it's got me looking like Skeletor and shit? My husband was like, the way you hold the camera. I was like, I don't look like that, do I? He was like, no, Tasha, no. I gotta fucking turn the light on. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for the damn remote, the fan remote. But I'll go in here. But let me go here. So like I said, it's not too many times I feel bad about dragging somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. I really feel bad about dragging him the way that I did. I know that I can be lethal. I know that. I know that if it comes to a battle of the tongue, I'm gonna win. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thomas, you seem particularly triggered.
That's like misusing what I've been given to do, because I use my tongue, I use my mouth to make people laugh or to inform people. But cutting him down the way that I did, yeah, it's like no. When you wrong, you should be able to apologize. There's nothing wrong with me apologizing at all. Okay, so and see, when I get sent a live, right, and everybody's telling me I can show you the DMs, like it was just I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So when I get in there and he's saying, oh yes, she can go to jail, like, and you're supposed to be a lawyer. I'm like, are you serious? So you really on here? I felt like it was a gaslight for views. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, why is it that every time like there's a new YouTuber coming out, they use my name to kind of climb the charts? You see what I'm saying?
But see, this is the hypocrisy right here, right? I mean, like I understand the apologies and stuff like that, but she's a celebrity. She had used other celebrity to climb the chart to be where she at right now. But she's upset that others are doing the same.
Right. See that's what another thing. Yeah, you always people say stuff like that, and they seem like they don't want some people who are less whom they view as less than them, using them, or they're going to shut them down because unless they approve of them, um, getting more views, by using them, then they'll shut them down. You know what I'm saying? I just see this a lot. But everyone doesn't view other YouTubers the way some of these people do, because for one thing, you have a lot of people that aren't monetized, so like me, I'm not monetized, and personally, I don't want to be big, for my personal reasons, so everyone doesn't think the way, they think, the way they think. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you have some channels that actually they use YouTube in a way to, as far as networking and as well as actually being able to let let their voice out into the universe, right? So, like for instance, with your channel, what I like about especially a lot of small YouTubers as well, though, is like like myself, whatever the case may be, we can actually give a more honest opinion about what we're saying,
right?
Versus when the YouTube become a business, then we have to be more tactical. We have to cater to our audience more. We have to worry about views and monetization and stuff like that and YouTube algorithm. Versus the freedom that comes with being a small YouTubers, where you can actually be yourself a lot more.
Right. Yep. Yeah, you gotta. Yep.
Yeah, I do news. I don't.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You were saying?
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's okay.
Yeah.
Do news on none of them. I can care less. But if we can get petty, we can get petty. You understand what I'm saying? And so this ain't the first time like I was in a live when somebody said it to me, like during that Carter case, and he was just kind of spitting off the top of his head, and I was just like, well, I thought you were an attorney. You should know how things work. If I don't have a strong case, I don't have a strong case. But anybody that's in a litigation is gonna say or tell people, hold on for a second, that they have the best case. I need to take this goddamn screen protector off. This shit. Is gonna think that they have a bad case, but for him to base my case and him claiming to be a lawyer off of like two cases don't speak for the other. These are two very different cases, and for him to rope in both cases, I was just like, but you're an attorney. You're an attorney. Like you should know how to differentiate between the two cases. And so that's and when I saw that, and then when people were sending me the live yesterday, he was saying I can go, what the fuck can I go to jail for? And if people really use common sense, I mean, any attorney, you know what I'm saying? I have attorneys, I have friends that are attorneys. I have 3 sets of attorneys that work for me. I almost said 3 like this, y'all. I have 3 sets.
See, look at the difference between when you actually when you get off the ego and then actually addressing the issue versus you just going in hot-headed and then
Hmm.
just based off of emotion and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's easier for us guys to like, well, not all guys, because I see a lot of guys that can be just as hot headed and just as emotional as many of the women that they criticize.
Hmm.
But it's just like there is, I think there's a filter, a level of filter that kind of help out when let's say you're about to do something crazy and then your husband could be like, all right, babe, calm down, calm down, calm the f down, right? Think about
Hmm.
this first before you open your
Right.
mouth and you're gonna make a fool out of yourself,
Yeah.
right? But
Hmm.
sometimes when because she's a self-made, right? She's self-made, she built her platform, and
Hmm.
she's pretty big. So
Right.
then now maybe her husband input at the time didn't matter, because some people they're like, well, this is my I do whatever the f I want, blah blah blah, and then until afterward, and then that's when you're probably like, oh, why didn't you stop me?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
you know
What
so
you
I think
know?
that's what's been going on here.
Yeah. You now when okay, I'll let it play. I'm going to tell you what one part that I agree. I haven't heard an apology yet, but
Yep.
okay.
All right, let's continue with the apology and stuff.
Of attorneys that do very different sets of work. Okay. And so, yes, I'm knee deep in with the attorneys that I have now. And there were certain things that was done on my part out of ego, okay, that caused a lot of this stuff to get further than it should. But at the end of the day, I do not regret being in litigation with Cardi B at all. Whether I did a countersuit or not, this is my brand, and I'm gonna fight for my brand. You understand what I'm saying? And so, but when it comes to the countersuit, that was bullshit. That was utter fucking bullshit. And any attorney would have said to any client with a case like mine that was trying to basically be, oh, you could be petty, I could be petty too. And that's why I said I could have easily had her stuff dismissed, but there was a lot of reasons as to why I chose to proceed, and a lot of it was out of ego. You understand what I'm saying? So, but back to the story at hand. I'm very transparent about what the fuck I got going on.
The
So anybody
ego's
out
the
here saying
ego's
they speaking on
deadly,
me because they
man.
know me, they don't know. They ain't never fucking been in a
Yeah.
room
Yep.
with me. They don't know me, and I'm the most transparent bitch there is on the internet, and that's the problem. Like they can't figure out like, well, why this? So they all these assumptions, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm a news reporter. You can reach out to me anytime and verify a story. That's the reason why my blog is so big. I can just call up pretty much any celebrity and ask them. I don't get paid to interview celebrities. I use the interviews as filler stories when I'm unable to perform, right? Entertain. So when you see all these little interviews, whether they're bullshit, whether they're big interviews, those are filler stories. But when I come and I sit down, I'm giving news, okay? The way that I do it. And there's a reason why the way that I do it is very different from others. And that's the reason why we're doing what we're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know very well my gifts and I know very well my strengths and my weaknesses, okay? And my weakness is responding to bullshit. That's my weakness. My weakness is allowing
Hmm.
um myself to be gaslit, because when I'm minding my own business, taking care of my kids, and people are sending me lives, and I come in the live and I hear one part of the live, I'm triggered. I'm human too. I'm a cuss a bitch out. That's why I be on the internet cussing motherfuckers out, because I'm human.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm
but
saying?
uh, but she, I wonder if she was aware of when he was on live. I think she should have just went on there because from what listening to him, he didn't say anything that was off the wall though.
No.
You know, yeah. So it was basically if she paid for the info, that was basically what it came down to.
And
And
see, like the thing I like about the lead attorney and stuff like that, right?
mm-hmm,
He's also very transparent.
mm-hmm,
Like he would invite you to his show. He would like, if he's talking about you, he'll probably like, at you and stuff like that.
yeah,
And then so I can understand where she's coming from,
mm-hmm,
but she also realized that she did jump the gun, and then her ego kind of took, kind of had the better of her and stuff like that.
yeah,
So that
yeah,
I think she's kind of explaining the situation in a way that's more palatable.
yeah. Now one point I maybe agree with her, or I don't know how she perceives herself. is if perhaps maybe he could have called her, let her know what he was about to do. But does she do that with the celebrities that she talks about? I don't know. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it's like it's funny, right? Because YouTubers still wanna have the they still wanna be treated as just regular folks because they are regular folks on one end,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And so that's why they can talk about celebrities, right? So we can talk about celebrities and we
Right.
don't look at them as in like people that actually have feelings behind this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So then when it's happening to us, and then we don't realize how big that I'm not talking about like us as a big I'm not a big YouTuber, but like
Mm-hmm.
when big YouTubers like Tasha K, when it's happening to her now, and then she's like, wait a minute, I'm not a celebrity. Why you guys are dragging me? It's like, yes, you are a celebrity now.
Yeah. But okay, now watching this show, okay, I'm trying to put myself in her position.
Yeah.
Okay, the way let me see. If I listened to what he said, I don't think I would have been offended because he didn't say anything. He was okay. Basically what it came down to, he said everything. The information that he said was true. Now the questionable thing was whether or not she paid for the information. If she paid for it, then she could be in trouble.
Yep.
But other than that, I mean, I would have just called in and say, hey, no, I didn't pay for it, and that's basically it. And I could have just joined the stream and talked to him, but I wouldn't have, went on this rant and you know,
Make an ass out of yourself, right?
yeah, and talk bad about him and act like she's better. I don't know. I think it was really unnecessary.
Yeah, but I think she realized that too. That's why she's now like apologizing. Well, somewhat
Yeah,
of an apology,
yeah.
you know. Well, yeah.
All right.
So no, I'm not fucking going to prison. Like, and that's the shit. They took one fucking article and made all these assumptions. Did that article state anywhere? I should have did a contest that I was going to jail. Did that article state anywhere that I was in trouble? Did that article state that the other person was in trouble? It did not. It did not. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. You think we don't know? And I'm not saying that they can't pull no shit, but what I'm saying is I'm talking about the article at hand. There was a reason why the article didn't say what it said. And for people to make all these assumptions and oh boy, to be a lawyer, you should know if the feds got something, they ain't gonna announce it. They already got it. And if they gonna do something with it, they gonna do something with it. Ain't gonna be no reporter letting people know ahead of time what's going on. When you hear Fed investigation, everybody know that. Guess what? You hear after they've made arrests, okay? You hear after that. Damn, that damn lady fucked up my damn lip. Anyway. And that's what I'm saying. Like, so people can call me, oh, she can dish it, but she can't take it. Bitch, listen, you put my name in your mouth. Don't get upset how I come back. Don't do that. But I truly, truly felt bad about how I slaughtered his ass yesterday. And he did reach out. He reached out to me yesterday through email. He was like, hey, if I said anything that made you upset, I apologize. He said some other stuff, and I was just like, give me your number, because I'm not even about to do this bullshit. You could have did this before you went live. You could have did this and say, you know what, I'm going to reach out and see and get her side. You didn't even do that. At least the reporter that happened to be a Caucasian guy from the actual who wrote the article, when he did his research, when he pulled the same shit you could have pulled as a lawyer, reached out to me, and I declined to comment. What would you need me to comment for? I'm not about to go in on the shit that I get. That's my livelihood. Why would I comment on the shit that pays my bills? This is my livelihood. And can't none of you motherfuckers try to tell me otherwise. So I don't give a shit. It could be a reporter from the China. It could be goddamn Fed agent. I don't give a fuck, okay?
Jeez.
I don't give a two shits. And just like I said, yes, during the R. Kelly trial, they tried to subpoena me. Matter of fact, they did subpoena me. And guess who got me out of that? My attorneys. I am a new entertainment news reporter. Why am I on stand? Why do I have to be obligated to turn over what I have? You're not gonna fuck up my livelihood while you go on to try cases based off of what you hear on the internet. You understand what I'm saying? My lane is very different from a Fed lane. My lane is very different from a Fed lane. And to all due respect, I understand the feds have a job to do, but at the end of the day, I do entertainment news in my own way. According to everybody out here, it's fake news. It's not real news. Okay,
Oh,
it's just this is just
Yeah.
that. And you know
I,
what? People can give you they.
Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
I have a question. Okay,
Yep.
now, all right, now what he did was okay. I'm looking at what he did and comparing it with what she does. Okay, now because I know I don't watch her show, so now the information that she reports is true though, right?
Yes.
Okay, the information that he reported was also true. He also even said um, that she would be in the clear, such and such. So he didn't determine anything. He was just reporting something.
Pretty
So
much.
you see what I'm saying?
It's
So
like okay. I think there was an article that came out about her about
okay,
what was going on with this, and then
uh,
he was talking about like commenting based on the article, and
oh
then
okay,
and from a lawyer perspective
mm-hmm,
on if a lot of speculation as well, right? Well,
mm-hmm,
if she pay, if Tasha K pay for the information, then that's distributing um redacted information, blah blah blah. Then she might she might be in trouble. She might go to jail, so on and so forth,
mm-hmm,
right? So that's the angle he was coming at, and then because like okay, the thing that we talk about, a lot of people cannot relate to it,
mm-hmm,
right? So let's say that why do people shy away from, let's say, the Bible, right? Because you talk a lot about the Bible,
mm-hmm,
because when talking about the Bible versus now, it's kind of hard in modern time to make the same comparison. So then people looking at it as something that is ancient.
mm-hmm,
But then, so when, let's say, you use, let's say, celebrity archetype or people that are in the public limelight, and
mm-hmm,
then you draw that comparison, and then using the perspective of the Bible, then people can relate to it more. So that's how I see, like, the using celebrity in a
mm-hmm,
way. Is it cloud chasing? Yes, but it's also for a good reason, to be able to tell a story where people, the average folks, can relate to, because she does the same thing. The
right,
attorney
yeah,
said the same thing. Now I'm doing the same thing.
right. That's how I see it. They're doing the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So what's the problem? I can see if he said something false about her, but so it's like, why did you fly off the handle? He didn't say anything false or derogatory about you, in
It's
my
the ego.
opinion.
It's the
Yeah,
ego.
right. The ego, like she said, yeah. But
Yeah,
but if someone says something true, I mean, where's your ego entering the picture? I mean, if he didn't say anything negative or false about you, so I mean, I just don't get it. You know?
yeah. The ego is a funny thing, man. It's like the ego is irrational, and that's like people go by what they feel at the time, and then afterward, when like you come, it's like sometimes, let's say you have an argument with your wife or somebody like that, right? And then
Hmm.
afterward, you have to think about it, be like, did I go overboard? Yeah, I think I went overboard. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you have to like kind of do the walk of shame and all that stuff. So you're
Hmm.
like, yeah, all right, I'm sorry.
All right,
you know?
I'm curious. Yeah, yeah. I'm curious to hear how she's gonna. Cause yeah, because I remember Fresh and Fit. In my opinion, they never did apologize.
No, yeah, what they did is like they kind of walk it back in a way too,
Right.
because of the amount of subscriber they were bleeding out. So to them, it's like, well, let's apologize to these idiots and stuff like that, and just move on. But as you can see, their numbers have never recovered. They're still down to, like, I think 300, 380 or something like that,
Yeah.
because they went back
It's
from like, yeah, 388. Yeah,
it's three. They were the lowest I seen them go down to was 385, and then now they're back to 388. They're going up now,
yep.
from what I can see. Yeah.
Mm.
But I mean,
But that's
they apologize verbally, but from no, I don't think they apologize really. I mean, because yeah,
no.
not the way I see it.
But yeah, it is what it is, man. I think
Yeah.
overall, my perspective on this whole issue with Tasha,
Mhm.
actually, I don't have an issue with it. I think
Yeah.
she jumped the gun, and then she kind of went a little too hard and stuff like that. And then now I think she's a cool. I think she's very intelligent.
Oh yeah, she is. Yeah.
She's very intelligent, and she has her own way of actually getting her point across. Whether or not, let's say, the energy you cannot vibe with it and stuff like that, but
Mm-hmm.
I think if she gets the job done about with the information, I think that's all that matter. It
Mm-hmm.
just, but she's not above any type of criticism, and she needs to understand that.
Right, right.
Well, nobody is.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so what would you like to add on extra with this conversation?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna finish later listening to just to see if she what she says because I just haven't heard it yet. I know
Okay,
she said
okay,
she felt bad, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, rightfully so, because the lead
yeah,
attorney is like, he's a pretty good dude, man.
yeah, yeah. But I think it'll blow. I think it'll blow over.
Oh yeah, just
As
like everything
long as they
else.
because she said they spoke on the phone, so I think that's probably good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm hoping they actually have a live stream, and then
that would be good. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah,
I would love to see that happen. you know.
yeah. But see, this is the thing. Okay, now I think hopefully I'm wrong, but in her mind, because she mentioned it, about him clout chasing, and maybe she's thinking, well, this is what he wanted anyway, to come on my show where he, this will increase his subscribers.
Yep.
That's the way people think, but so it would be nice, yeah, if they do collab, that would be nice,
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
hope so
we'll
too.
see. Because then,
But,
then then she'll really show her that will really show a sincere apology and her approval of him, you know.
pretty much.
Mhm.
But all right. So if you guys haven't subscribed to Thomas' channel yet, Knowledge is Power is his channel is very interesting. His perspective is coming from what? I'll let you tell it. What tell the audience what your channel is about, what do you do,
Oh,
so on and so forth.
oh boy.
you know, you don't like advertising for yourself, huh?
Well, 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 I'll just put it this way. I'm in this mode right now. Excuse me. Hold on a second. I got a cough. My throat's scratchy. Hold on a second.
Yep. All right.
Okay, yeah,
So yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm a Christian, and I'm very interested in the way the world is right now, and what's behind all the politicians and just the world rulers, and as it in the Bible describes all of that stuff. So I think a lot of people aren't really interested in the true knowledge, how the world really runs.
Yep.
And I think if they did, they would be devastated, just like I was. So I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm really tired. My words aren't really going that well.
No,
Not,
it's
not
all
like
good.
not like they really ever do. But yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Art, thanks for having me on. I'm kind of
tired and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I
yeah.
hear you. I'm about to get going as well too, because it's like all right. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Lendi Holongway. Like, okay, I know I butchered your name. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, Thomas. Thank you for coming
thanks
through, man.
thanks a lot, Thomas. So, all right, thank you. All right.
No problem, bro.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, take care. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Lendi. How the hell you say your name, man? Lendi Harlong Wayne. Right? I think I said it right. Give me a thumbs up if I said it right. So Lendi Harlong Wayne, Diamond Princess, Stephen Rose, John, all of you guys that popped by to actually check out my live stream. I appreciate it. So make sure you hit the like button and please share this with your friends and family, so on and so forth. But yeah, so I'm about to get going. Thank you guys. I'm out of here. Peace.